Yo, Devin Perry, man, what's happening?
How you doing, Dave?
I'm outstanding. I really am. I don't know why. I feel all giddy this morning. Maybe because I got you on the call.
Yeah, thank you. No, I really appreciate that. Yeah, no case of the Mondays here. We're all very enthusiastic to be starting our week on Dave Cooper Live. So looking forward to it.
I got you recorded saying that now, so you can't take that one back.
Yeah, I'll be on the pre-show video soon, so that's good.
So everybody out there, you have to, if you're going to start your day, it has to be with Dave Cooper Live, right? And exactly. We'll bring Devin Perry in each week. So. Yeah. Devin, it's been quite a couple months since I've seen you or had you on the show in any aspect or somebody's show. Last time you were on, I think it was with the heat map with the Housing Innovation Alliance, right?
Yeah, exactly. You know, it's funny, Dave, you say last time I saw you. I feel like it's been a while since I've seen anybody face to face besides my family members. I've got to apologize to our viewers out there about my appearance. I haven't had a haircut since February. That's not by choice. So as an alternative to showing you the crazy mop I have up, I tried to find the most applicable hat to today's live stream. And wearing one for Tamarack Grove Engineering. Brian Seelef, the president and CEO of Tamarack Grove, is the the vice chair of the Building Systems Council.
Right,
so
right.
I thought that was appropriate for today. But it has been, to your point, about a month since we talked with the Alliance and the heat map. So it's good to be back on.
You know, it's definitely great to have you. And hey, listen, it's always fun supporting our members, right? Tamarack Row, Brian works hard. I mean, has a great outfit. So I love it. Perfect. All right. So Devin, everybody that is tuning in is anxious to hear what in the world is the NAHB, Devin Perry, right? Your new title is the Executive Director of Business Improvement.
Right.
Which the Building Systems Council still falls underneath in line with that. So that's still your vertical of responsibility.
Exactly.
How are you guys doing at the NAHB? How's business? What's happening?
You know, Dave, we're fantastic. Despite the current situation with COVID-19, the National Housing Center, until about last week, when a very small amount of staff has gone back and re-entered the building, has been shut down, for lack of a better word, since March 13th. And that's just the building itself. What I will say is we quickly pivoted as an association to serving our members remotely. And the great thing is it's been business as usual. That business is just now occurring in everybody's home. So we've been using a lot of video conferencing, things like we're doing right now. But I think it's been fantastic just seeing our staff, the NAHB staff, answer the call of our members and still be able to provide that service. And really, given the pandemic, expanded service despite the situation. So, again, we adapted quickly. And, again, like I said, besides a small amount of staff, we're still working remotely.
Yeah, I love it. Well, you know what? I think everybody's finding out this working remotely stuff can be effective and be efficient and work and still get things done, which I think is great. As long as people don't abuse the Zoom calls, right? I'm sure that could. Oh, you don't have to travel anywhere, so let's just have another Zoom call starting in 5 minutes.
Yeah, exactly. I can't figure out if my workday is extended or not. I don't have that really bad Washington, D.C. commute to go through every day. But again, I've just been really proud of our staff and how quickly we've pivoted to this environment. I think you hit the nail on the head. As long as everybody keeps things in between the rails, I could certainly see a expansion of remote work, not only at NAHB possibly, but kind of nationwide as well.
Right. For sure. All right, everybody, listen. So if you are just joining us, we have Devin Perry, the Executive Director of Business Improvements, on with us today from the National Association of Home Builders. And we're going to talk a little bit about the NAHB, but more specifically, the Building Systems Council, which is near and dear to our hearts, especially Devin, because you are the one that has grown it to the proportions that it's at. And I think there's a lot of people out there that would say, and I'm not going to ask you to take your hats off, but if I had one on, I'd say, hats off to you, because you really have taken this organization, the Building Systems Council, and made it into something that it is today, which is much larger, much broader, and we're garnering all kinds of attention in this industry now, and that's a big part. Thank you to you.
Yeah. Well, Dave, I really appreciate that. But I will say, we're a member-driven organization. Without members like you, none of this would be possible. So, yeah, no, it's been fantastic over the past couple of years to grow the Building Systems Councils, connect with our fellow like-minded associations outside of NEHB. But yes, again, despite the pandemic, you're certainly seeing an upswing in interest in building systems and the offsite construction world, not only in NEHB, but I really think across the country. And there's some metrics we can talk about later today during the show, but the interest is certainly it's trending upwards.
Yeah. Trending upward is where we want to go. In fact, as I say, there is nowhere to go but upwards in building systems, right? I mean, when you're only 4% of the total market share, and I bet it's higher now, maybe, I hope, there's only one way to go, and that's up. And I tell everybody, you just better get on the bandwagon, because it's moving and it's going fast.
Exactly. Yeah, no, for single family, residential construction, you're right, whether it be modular home building, panelization, prefabricated trusses, it does make up 4% of all new homes built nationwide, and that's been consistent for the past couple of years. And
right.
We're pushing that a rock, and looking forward to the data from the Census Bureau later this year. We can see if we've made some improvement on those numbers. So yeah, good stuff.
Awesome. Well, listen, if you got questions for Devin, put them in the comment section. We will get to them. And as always, please like and share this. We're trying to grow the offsite construction industry. And the only way we can do that is with everybody's support. And we really appreciate that. All right. So listen, Devin, you're getting a little grainy on me occasionally. If we lose, you can't talk, just log out and come back in, and it should bring you back into the show. All right.
Yeah. Just let me know if you're having problems, and I'm more than happy to do that.
Okay. So let's talk about the Building Systems Council's updates. You want to start running through? I know we have a spring leadership meeting coming up in less than a week or a week.
Exactly right. Yeah. And Dave, as many of you on the live stream probably know, NEHB's spring leadership meeting is scheduled for next week, the 15th through the 19th. That's going to include a meeting of the Building Systems Council's Board of Trustees. Again, like I said, we're a member-driven organization, and the members of the Board of Trustees kind of steer the direction of the Building Systems Councils. As many of you know, that was, when I say that, I mean the spring leadership meeting was originally scheduled to happen on site in Washington, D.C. Again, given the pandemic, NHB made a shift, and that's going to be a virtual event, not only for the BSC Board of Trustees, but all of our committees at NEHB. So looking forward to trying out the new environment. And again, just very impressed by the staff, because it was a huge lift from everybody in the Federation to make that shift to a virtual environment. One highlight of the year for the National Association of Home Builders is the spring legislative conference as well, when members descend on Capitol Hill and have a chance to interact face-to-face with members of the House of Representatives, of the Senate, and really advocate for the home building industry. Again, that won't be possible this year face-to-face, but the following week, and let me make sure I'm getting these dates right, because I don't want to screw up, the 22nd through the 24th, we'll be conducting a virtual spring legislative conference where members will have that opportunity to get in touch with their lawmakers and advocate for the home building industry virtually. So again, it would be everybody's preference to be on site in Washington, D.C., and I'd love to see folks face to face. But again, it's great to see how the Federation has adapted to the current situation, and continuing to offer those membership benefits.
Yeah, for sure. Well, I mean, I think a lot of people have to realize, I mean, this is what you guys do. You advocate for us builders out here, suppliers, right? For the industry in general, the home building industry. So I do think these meetings are super important. I think people really need to understand what's been put out there. I couldn't imagine not having, you guys and the NAHB there to advocate for us, because I know I sure don't have the time to do it for myself, and I think that's a big thing.
Exactly. That's one of the primary member benefits of joining NAHB. And as I'm sure many people on the who are listening to this live stream have also heard from our chief economist, Dr. Robert Dietz, and one of Dr. Dietz's the predictions moving forward as the economy moves out of the COVID-19 pandemic is home building is really going to lead that charge and get the economy back on track here, third and fourth quarter of 2020. Yes, to your point, David, it's very important to get on Capitol Hill in front of lawmakers and highlight how important home building is to the to the nation's economy. So you're exactly right.
Yeah, it definitely is. So your screen's clearing up a little bit here, Devin, but if you start going grainy on me, I may have you log out and log back in just so we get that clear view. But as soon as I started thinking about it, it must have been the brain waves. It's clearing up. All right, so we understand what the Building Systems Council and the NAHB does at a national level. Let's talk about some of the other things that are happening. There's National Log Homes Open House Month coming up. Mm-hmm. Is that correct? When is that?
Exactly. And that's the entire month of July. And that's actually part of the national congressional record. And my apologies for not having the year that it was enacted. But yes, National Log Homes Open House Month is something we celebrate every year at NAHB. And we do that through a couple different avenues. We'll highlight our Log and Timber Home Council members, and they are manufacturers of log and timber homes. Through NAHB's various media channels, whether that be NAHB Now, the official blog of the Federation, Facebook, Instagram, Pinterest, and really highlight log homes as the original American building system. I think that gets lost on occasion. If you've ever walked through a log and timber home manufacturing facility, you really realize that the homes are a highly engineered product. I was blown away walking through my first one a couple years ago when I joined NAHB. I believe it was Timber Haven in Pennsylvania, and just all the thought and engineering that goes into a log and timber home. So looking forward to promoting the industry all throughout July. Last year we did something pretty unique. Our council chairman in 2019 was Ken Seckley of Southland Log Homes, and he did a Reddit Ask Me Anything where consumers had an opportunity to inquire about log and timber homes and provide that live feedback. So we've got some really exciting things planned for this July that we'll be sharing soon. So yeah, looking forward to National Log Homes Open House Month, which is a mouthful to say. Yeah. Again, that doesn't speak for our enthusiasm.
You know what it is, though? Even with log homes, it's like system built in general. The whole industry isn't what it used to be. We're not. I mean, some people are still standing on site, hand carving with axes their log home. Yeah. But the reality of it is, even in log home industry, people have to understand it has become very systematized. It has become very much manufactured, similar to modular homes and panelized homes. The whole industry as a whole is growing in that aspect. So I love it. Just so everybody knows, Devin, why don't you give us the rundown real quick of what the Building Systems Council members are? So we have log, panelized, modular. Go ahead.
Yeah, for those of you that aren't aware, the Building Systems Councils represents NAHB members that either build, manufacture, or supply the modular, panelized, log and timber, and concrete home industries. So again, we do that through a number of ways. We watch out for our own members of the people that are already in the industry in terms of codes and standards, education, but it's really our goal to teach the NAHB members, and there are over 60,000 NAHB builder members, about the advantages of systems built homes. And we do that through a number of different avenues throughout the year. But that's our stated charge.
Yeah. Love it. Love it. Love it. All right. So my favorite Building Systems Council's awards, Tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, and our annual awards program, there are two, are going to start taking submissions in July. And David, you and Connecticut Valley Homes did such a great job last year. And I believe it was kind of the first time we had received entries from Connecticut Valley. And you walked away with, what, 3 awards? I mean, there's 3. Yeah, they were beautiful homes. I'll never forget that the farmhouse in Connecticut. I forget who the manufacturer was, but just an absolutely stunning home. I showed the pictures to my wife, and we've used a couple of those shots in our marketing material as well. Yeah. And just an absolutely stunning project. So again, we have 2 award programs. One is the Building Systems Council's Jerry Rouleau Awards for marketing and home design. On the home design side, there are separate categories for modular construction, panelized construction, log and timber framing, concrete construction as well. And there are categories within each of those that are broken down on square footage of the home. In terms of marketing, there's opportunities for all, not only NHB members, but anybody in the offsite construction industry to apply for awards in websites, social media, campaigns, print advertisements, and things of that nature. If you want more information on those categories, go to nahb.org/awards, and there'll be a panel of options. Click on the Building Systems Council's awards, and you can see all the different categories you can apply for this July, and you can see last year's winners as well. So again, please give those a look. Also, that there are Building Systems Council's specialty awards where we honor a builder, manufacturer, and associate of the year. So please look out for those as well. The great thing about the specialty awards, they are free to enter, and all you have to do is answer 3-4 questions. We try to make it as easy as possible. And we look forward to opening up the Building Systems Council's awards here in about 25 days.
Love it. Yeah, definitely. I mean, enter. I mean, it's fun to watch. It's really interesting to see what people are doing. And you know what? For the members out there, winning awards is good for your promotion. It's good for your business. And it is good for our industry. So keep that in mind. It serves multiple purposes. So, and I know a lot of people are building some really great stuff. All right, Devin, I tell you what, I'm going to take a look here and see what we have on the screen on who's been jumping in. We have Michael Weber. What's up, Michael? Shout out to Concrete, beautiful home built to last. You know that guy, Michael Weber?
I do. Yeah, Mike is not only one of the few individuals that's been chairman of the Building Systems Councils twice, so he's in a pretty rare category there. Mike is also our S.A. Walters award winner last year as well, which is our Lifetime Achievement Award from the Building Systems Councils. It was great to honor Mike last year, and again, it has been a tremendous asset for the Building Systems Councils and just a great advocate for the concrete home building industry. And I've got a shout out to him later too. So this won't be the last we hear of Mike Weber during this conversation.
Love it, love it, love it. All right, perfect. Yeah, we have Rick Hawkins tuning in from Atlanta, Georgia. What's up, Rick? I don't know if you know Rick, but really, really big advocate for modular. So love hanging out with Rick.
Yeah, absolutely. I've seen some comments from the chat as well for some familiar folks. Yes, Ken, I know that the beard and the glasses are throwing you off. I mentioned my wife already, Dave. She looked at me, I think it was like Thursday of last week, and said, you look different. I don't recognize the man my beard or not. So yeah, we're all adjusting in the pandemic environment. So yeah, might have to shave next week for the NHB spring leadership meetings, but we'll keep the beard going strong until then.
Who cares? It's not how you look; it's what you get done for us, Devin. That's what we all care about.
Exactly. If I was busy shaving, there's less time I can dedicate to the BSC.
Yeah. All right, now it's getting deep in here.
Yeah, exactly.
All right. So we have also Tiffany McCall is on. She says, Good morning, Dave and Devin. So hi, Tiffany. Thanks for joining us.
Yeah, fantastic, Tiffany. Tiffany 2020 chairman of the Building Systems Councils, and she's a longtime employee of the residential warranty company. She'll be leading our spring leadership meeting next week on the BSC side, and it's been fantastic working with Tiffany. She's been an integral part of the BSC for, like I said, many years, especially since I've been involved. I've started in December of 2015, and she's been a fantastic chairman this year as well, given the complexities
Sure.
here as thrown at us. So her leadership's invaluable.
Yeah, for sure. So we have some other ones here. Devin, I'm going to say, hey, I want to log out and come back in because you're staying real grainy, and I really want people to hear these next couple parts of what's coming up. Meanwhile, I'll just sit here and entertain everybody for a minute. I can dance, I can sing, I can do all kinds of things, but people may not want to hear me do either.
Well, Dave, I'll leave it to you. I'll be right back.
All right, thanks. So, all right, everybody, listen, Tom Hardiman, right now would be a good chance, good opportunity. If you could please like and share what we're doing right now. We really want more people involved with the Building Systems Council, MHBA, all the organizations out there that support us. I see Tom Hardiman's on here, and I'll wait for Devin to come back in because we're going to talk a little bit about the unity that has become kind of a main thing in our industry now with offsite construction. You know, the one thing that COVID-19 has done for us as an industry is brought us together. I think more so than before this happened. All right, there he is. Devin.
How am I looking?
Yep. All right, let's see how it goes. Better.
It might be a lighting issue too, Dave, which I apologize. And I know we're all adapting in this current environment. I'm in my basement. My wife and daughter are upstairs. We've got some natural light, as you can see the window behind me, but it's limited down here. So
you look good, man. You even got that backlight on the back up there, right behind you. I love it.
Yeah, a little window. Well, we're trying.
All right, so we're going to get to some more of the comments here. I want to finish our first section on this, which is the Building Systems Council update. Then we're going to come in because we have Tom Hardiman, Jerry McCaughey, we got George Ryman, we got a lot of other ones in there. We'll get to everybody, I promise. Tell us a little bit about the NAHB Building Systems Week that's coming up, please.
Yeah, absolutely. And we have an all-star lineup. I'm blushing talking in front of all these folks. They're great advocates for our industry. But yeah, NAHB Building Systems Week, which is another of our annual events, going to be the first full week of August. And let me get you those dates just so, again, I'm doing it correctly. The 3rd through the 7th. And we're planning some fantastic content regarding those channels that I mentioned earlier for National Log Homes Open House Month. There'll be posts on NHB Now, the official blog of the National Association of Home Builders. I'm looking forward to some of the live content we're planning for that week as well. We're putting the number of those sessions. One thing I can't share with you now, we partnered with our multifamily council, NHB's multifamily council, for a presentation with Katera, 3 individuals from that company, talking about the mass timber for multifamily projects. Again, a lot more content coming, not only for folks that are inside the offsite construction industry, but also we're going to do some outreach to teach, again, those general NHB builder members, which there are over 60,000, about the different offsite building systems. So yeah, very much looking forward to the Building Systems Week and being able to share more of those details in the near future.
Yeah. I love it. So with the Building Systems Week, I mean, I know just from talking to you guys and being on our subcommittee calls, there's so much that goes behind the scenes with pulling all this stuff together. So love it. And not only do we have the Building Systems Week, but you also have the IBS education update.
Yeah, exactly. And I know many of you on the call submitted proposals for IBS education. And this year we saw an overwhelming interest in IBS education sessions. We broke the record in terms of submissions received overall, which is fantastic. So there's going to be a lot of great content to choose from. In addition to that, really in conjunction, I saw more IBS education proposals on the off-site construction industry that I've ever seen before, which again really speaks to the interest in our industry. Mike Weber, who I said I'd bring up again, did a great job of rallying the concrete industry and getting them to submit proposals for the first time in a couple of years. Dave, I know you've got something out there as well. There's multiple proposals on modular construction. The Structural Building Components Association stepped up and offered some education proposals for the prefabricated truss industry as well. So again, there's just going to be a smorgasbord of options for the IBS Education Committee to choose from. And as the Building Systems Council's our role and all of that is to advocate for those proposals and make sure as much off-site construction content as can be available is presented during the International Builder Show, which is a huge showcase for our industry. It's the largest light construction largest light construction trade show in the world, and again, that will be occurring this upcoming February of 2021 in Orlando, Florida. So looking forward to it.
Love it. Perfect. So let's hop back in. We're going to move on to the unity of offsite construction here in a minute, but I think we should jump into, there's a list of stuff that is coming through. So we should get to it, please. Let's see. There's a big long question here. Let me put this one up here. Can you read that?
Yeah.
Brent Taylor.
Yeah, Brent, and Dave, is it worth reading the question or?
Yeah, I'll read it. Can you point to industry resources for funding prototype research and experimental construction? Small builders have developed new solutions to the built environment and need pathways to connect ideas safely with advocacy groups who have traction in the policy sector. Where should young investors turn for help?
Yeah, Brandon, that's a terrific question. What I would say is, hey, feel free to reach out to me. Again, like Dave said, I am the Executive Director of Business Improvement Programs at NEHB. The Building Systems Council is an area I have direct purview over. And I've been involved with the BSC since 2015. And through that time, we've met individuals that can help exactly with the issues you bring up in terms of connecting with people on the funding side, people on the codes and standards side as well, and on the policy side in terms of answering those questions. I know that my fellow association leads, whether that be Tom Hardiman and the Modular Home Builders Association and Modular Building Institute, they have those connections as well. If you're talking about a closed wall panel such as a SIP, Jack Armstrong, the Structural Insulated Panel Association is a great help as well. And then Kirk Brundle of the Structural Building Components Association can be an assistance too. So really just it depends on what type of system you've developed, but lean on your associations to plug you in and connect you with the right folks.
For sure. Listen, so if that didn't answer your question or you need help getting in touch with Devin, you can always reach out to me and I'll connect you guys as well. All right, some more updates here. Look at that. Tom Hardiman, good morning. And he said to quit bragging about all your hair, Devin. You know what? I agree with you, Tom. I agree. He's wearing a hat because he has too much hair. I don't know. There's quite a few of us out here that wish we had that problem, Devin.
Yeah. Well, you got to work with what you got. That's what I'll say. And that's why I've got the hat on this morning. But yeah, I saw Tom leave a comment in the chat that we both are alumni of Marshall University. If you've ever talked to me, you can't have a conversation without bringing up the Thundering Herd. Our students are back on campus getting prepared for the upcoming football season. So, knock on wood, we're all hoping that occurs. But should be a good one for the Marshall Thundering Herd if we can actually have a football season. So we'll see.
Well, you know what? Maybe I hope there is one. I hope this stuff all passes because I miss seeing all of you guys, let alone football season. All right.
Exactly. Yeah.
Jerry McCoffey, good morning. David,
Good morning,
Devin and Dave. So Jerry McCahey and Tekra, I love it. Always good to see you.
Great.
George Ryman from Phoenix, Arizona. Devin, I don't know if you know George, but very active in our industry, very active in offsite construction.
Yeah, just connected with George on LinkedIn. So I appreciate the invitation and learning more.
Love it. Brent Jones wrote, Jennifer loving the hat. I don't know. There must be some other comments in here that I must have missed somewhere.
Yeah. Brent's one of the great staffers at Tamarack Grove, and it's early out west in Boise, Idaho. So I appreciate those folks getting up this morning and logging in to see us. And Brent actually visited NEHB and me, but before this whole pandemic took foothold. I believe that was either late in the year before IBS or directly after. But it's great to have folks from all over the country joining us. Love
it. Well, you know this guy.
Yeah,
I know you said that comment out loud earlier, probably unbeknown that I was going to put it up there, but good old Ken Semler, who, by the way, I haven't talked to in a while, and him and I need to catch up because he's had some major changes in his world and his life with what he's doing in business and franchising and the Impressa, right? The name change.
Exactly. Yeah.
So, Ken, if you're out there, let's touch base, man. I think it'd be good to have an update on your end as well. Maybe we'll drag him into one of these shows.
I think you need to. Yeah. And like you said, Ken has rebranded Express Modular to Impressa Modular. It's Impressa with a lowercase I.
Yeah.
And it's exciting to see, one of our industry leaders, and I say this without hyperbole, I think Ken builds more homes via modular construction than anybody on an annual basis. And it's really exciting to see what he's been doing with now in present modular.
Yeah, no, for sure. Ken, reach out to us, my friend. It's been a while. Let's catch up. All right, let's keep moving on, Devin. Now let's get into the unity in the offsite construction industry. And while you logged out and came back in, I talked about this a little bit. I think with COVID-19, one of the things that's really happened is we've actually become tighter as a community. Mm-hmm. Do you agree with that?
Yeah, no, exactly. I think when I got involved with the home building industry in December of 2015, so not too long ago, it felt like everybody was siloed in their own offsite construction tribes, kind of broken down by building system. We weren't seeing a lot of cross communication. I think to a point we raised earlier with offsite construction making up 4% of new residential construction each year. We can't afford not to talk to each other. A rising tide lifts all ships, and trying to advance the offsite construction industry. And that's something we've really strived for with the Building Systems Councils. I think we are a terrific avenue for our like-minded associations and really all offsite construction professionals to get in front of that home builder audience, because that's what we have at NEHB. That's what makes us a little bit different from the other associations out there. And that's how we view the Building Systems Council in this grand offsite construction industry.
Well, I mean, let's look back on some of these things, right? We were on a month ago, so the offsite construction industry was working with the Housing Innovation Alliance to their heat map. Right. Yeah. There's so if anybody doesn't know, there's actually an offsite construction heat map, Housing Innovation Alliance. I wish I had it geared up here. Maybe Jen, you can put it in the comments. But yeah, Housing Innovation Alliance, they built a heat map, and I know yourself, Tom Hardiman, MHBA, and quite a few others all collaborated together to build this heat map. So if somebody's searching for an offsite partner, builder, components person, framer, whatever the case is, there's now a single source document that is constantly growing that you guys help build.
Yeah, and Dave, you hit the nail on that. I think that's something our industry sorely needed. Kind of a single clearinghouse where either a consumer or a builder could log online and see where someone local to them was a modular manufacturer or prefabricated trusses, panelized walls, no matter what the system, but have that in a single place. And I think it took it clearly did. It took a organization like the Housing Innovation Alliance to put that together. It was something that even us at the BSC, just given the nature of our association, wasn't able to put together. So it was great to have them step up to the plate. I know Laura Dwyer of the DuPont was a huge driver in that. Laura is our current second vice chair. So we were more than happy to share our information in terms of where our manufacturers are. And now again, there's that single document a consumer builder can go and see where the offsite, or see how the offsite construction industry is serving their market.
I love it. It's a long time coming. That's why we're growing. That's what's great. Even players like the Housing Innovation Alliance, which really play at a high level with some of the biggest builders and industry suppliers in the country, if not the world. When they're involved now, and in offsite as well. And I think it's just amazing that we're all collaborating. Love it. Mm-hmm. So what else did we have? We have MMC, right? We had the whole Modular Mobilization Coalition that came about during the COVID crisis. You guys were a pretty big sponsor of that as well.
Yeah, exactly. And going back to Unity, who would have thought a few years ago that a single individual in the industry could bring multiple modular manufacturing facilities together and singing from the same sheet of music, and that was Von Buckley of the volumetric building companies, and he put together the Modular Mobilization Coalition, and their goal was to provide rapidly deployable hospital units in the face of the COVID-19 pandemic. As the pandemic's waned, they have shifted their message to talk about affordable housing and things of that nature. But in principle, it's multiple factories throughout the nation, again, working off of a single set of blueprints to produce modular units for these projects. And we were able to get Vaughn in touch with the proper staff, leads at NEHB, but also the senior leadership on the membership side as well. And we give them an opportunity to explain their process and what they're doing, which, again, if Vaughn wasn't a member of NEHB and the Building Systems Councils, that wouldn't have been possible. Yeah,
for sure. I really don't think that a lot of people understand how big of a deal that is.
Mm-hmm.
When you think about a industry that's been kind of pretty much fragmented, everybody thought or thinks they have the secret sauce in the manufacturing world, which if they did, we would not be 4% of the total construction market, my opinion. So I'm not getting on my soapbox today, even though everybody tells me I should constantly, but it's a big deal. It's a big deal that, there were, 15, 20, 30, whatever the manufacturers are, suppliers that were willing to put their name into the hat to actually collaborate with one another, to come up with a single source system to where they can take large orders across this country. They could have buying power. There's all kinds of things that can come out of this that as an industry is very, very important for us. And it allows us, if we have buying power, to compete with the big, production builders that are out there.
Mm-hmm.
That's an important thing. So I'm so happy you guys stood behind what Vaughn and the coalition, Colby Swanson and those guys are doing.
Yeah.
I think it's amazing opportunity for our industry for sure. All right. And we also had relationships with the SPCA and SEPA, right?
Exactly. Yeah. In fact, just last week, I had a conversation with some staff of the Structural Building Components Association talking about how we can partner for the rest of the year and get prefabricated building trusses in front of that general NHP builder membership that we've talked about a couple times today. And out of that conversation is we got to propose a couple different IBS education sessions, which was fantastic. Speaking about the Structural Insulated Panel Association, that's Jack Armstrong's group, right before the pandemic hit, was fortunate enough to attend their annual meeting in Phoenix, and that's a great group, and SIPA has been a fantastic sponsor of the Building Systems Councils. We had them in the Building Systems Councils Lounge at the International Builders Show, and they were able to use that opportunity to meet with builders, face to face, that were interested in adopting an offsite building system. So,
right.
Really, IBS, it's a huge trade show, over 70,000 attendees, over 1 million square feet of exhibit space. To be able to have a spot where you can direct people and have those one-on-one conversations is invaluable.
It is, and we need a bigger room, Devin. Last year's room was getting too small. We need a bigger room, and we got it. We're taking it to the next level this year, I hope.
There you go. I hope so as well. And looking forward to being in the Orange County Convention Center. I think the layout there is a little bit more conducive to foot traffic, and not that we didn't have great foot traffic in Vegas. We saw a dramatic increase in unique visitors to the Building Systems Council's Lounge this January at the International Builders Show. We look forward to bottling up that momentum and taking it to Florida in February.
I love it. I love it. And you all better show up.
Yes.
If you're watching.
Yes.
We're gonna have fun with or without you, but we'll be live. I'll be live streaming somewhere along the ways, as long as the powers to be at the NAHB give me the okay to do so.
There you go. Make that happen for. I think registration opens in under 2 months now for the International Builders Show. So to Dave's point, please, when registration is open, please jump on board, and we look forward to seeing you in Orlando later, early next year.
Yeah, definitely be there. And if you need us to put it up there, we can put the links up there for that as well. All right, let's give a couple more shout outs. We gotta, since you're supporting Brian Seeloff, I figured he said thank you, Devin and Dave. Great looking hat. Why does he think that's a great looking hat? I wonder why.
No, I actually visited Brian in Tamarack Grove last fall, where I was given the hat. The reason for my visit, my Thundering Herd was playing Brian's Boise State Broncos on the blue turf for a football game. He probably thinks it's a great hat because Boise State won that game. Right. He has fond memories of that visit. It was a great visit. Just the game didn't turn out how I wanted, but hopefully we can return the favor this September in West Virginia. So we'll see.
All right. Perfect. We got a couple more, but I want to get through the important stuff, and we'll hit some more comments later in the show here. So member highlights. First one, that we were talking about, and I think it's super important to discuss because he's one of the biggest supporters of our industry on social media, at trade shows, everywhere he goes. This guy lives and breathes offsite construction, and that's Jerry Buckeye from Integra.
Yeah, and if you're on LinkedIn and connected with Jerry, he's posting constantly about what his company is doing. And a big shout out to Integra. Just 2 months ago, about 90 days or so, they were awarded the Ivory Prize for advancement in housing affordability, and just a fantastic honor for what they're doing in terms of the prefabricated components, offsite construction. Jerry and his group are a great advocate for the entire industry. We were fortunate to have him on a panel in the Building Systems Council's Lounge at the International Builders Show. But again, just blown away that a member of the Building Systems Councils was awarded an Ivory Prize. So we were very happy to see that. Like I said, about a month, 2 months ago.
Yeah, you know what? I don't know if this guy just knows we're talking about him, or he has a feed, or maybe he has my room tap, but he already has something written. He said, Jerry said, suggestion that BSC builds strong relationships with overseas offsite representatives, association organizations that we could collaborate and learn from in promoting offsite construction.
Absolutely. Yeah, no, there's about overseas, whether it be Europe or Asia, have adopted these offsite construction techniques long before they've come here in North America. So know that there are opportunities to partner globally as well.
Yeah, for sure. Love it. Yeah, and if you're an offsite manufacturer, offsite construction, let's connect. We're looking to drive the industry here in the United States, but globally as well, because like you said, I think we have a lot to learn from our European and Asian friends for sure.
Exactly.
For sure. All right. This guy keeps coming up too. Ken Semler, 55 and older, Housing Magazine. I'm a big proponent of offsite construction. Gary Fleischer is a big proponent of offsite construction.
Yeah.
Ken, I mean, huge. I'm like, it's between him and Jerry, it's everything I can do to just keep relevant and keep up with these two. But what about like Kenny's just killing it?
Yeah, they are often, all of those folks you mentioned are often in my LinkedIn feed, which is great to see. But congratulations to Ken Semler, and he's done something I love to see from our Building Systems Council's members. There's a lot of value in NEHB in terms of having our group and talking industry issues and things of that nature. It's also a huge help when members of the Building Systems Council spread their wings and take the offsite construction message to other committees and councils. And Ken is part of our 55 plus home building committee this year, and he was asked to write an article on modular construction for 55 plus housing, and that just came out in the latest issue of NEHB's 55 plus housing magazine. And we've seen other members plug themselves in as well. Dan Mitchell, whose primary business really on the log and timber home side, has led the Global Opportunities Committee at NEHB. And Dan has also been chair of the Custom Home Building Committee. So again, not only are there opportunities to discuss industry issues inside of the National Association of Home Builders, there's opportunities to carry that message as well to other aspects of the Federation.
Right. Yeah. Well, Dan Mitchell, I love Dan's one, he's a great guy. He's also, part of BPAC, right? Same Dan Mitchell, what we're talking about, right? So I love it. If you see Dan, you tell him and I have to have a conversation. Dan's got to come on here and we're gonna talk BPAC. So maybe I won't tell everybody that. They may all run and hide.
Well, Dan's a great advocate for the industry, and yes, he's a bigger, well, not bigger, but equally as enthusiastic about the National Association of Home Builders, our a political action committee, BuildPAC, which during a election year is just so important. And I think the great thing about BuildPAC, and I know we're kind of going down a side path, Dave, is it's not. It's nonpartisan. When we talk BuildPAC, the most important thing in terms of supporting politicians is their housing policy. So whether there's an R or a D next to their name, we score those folks based on where they fall on housing policy. And again, it's election year, and BuildPAC couldn't be any more important. Yeah,
I agree. All right, staying on track. My good friend, I like to call him my good friend. Over the years, he's become Tom Coronado, and he was recently on a podcast with Simplex.
Yeah, and Tom Coronado, another longtime member of the Building Systems Councils with Citizens Bank, our resident cowboy from New Jersey. So when you see Tom, you know him, and he's another fantastic resource for the Building Systems Councils to have someone there on the mortgage lending side that we can point our members for at a major bank like Citizens Bank, and Tom's been doing this for years. And you can see that again with the podcast we just mentioned with Simplex Homes. That's their official podcast. I know you can find that on LinkedIn. You can likely find it on Simplex's website as well. But again, please give it a listen. We love seeing our members get out and advocate for offsite construction.
Yeah, for sure. Shout out to Tom. He knows everything about offsite financing. Mm-hmm. All right. So a really big deal is we finally got some press in a big magazine, Forbes, and online. Tell us about this. How did we get there? It's funny. I'm going to give a shout out to Evelina from DMD Modular, because That's a modular company over in Poland, and
Mhm.
they were also just in a Forbes article in the Polish edition. So it's happening. We're getting the traction. Tell us about this article.
Yeah, no, a fantastic deep dive on the modular construction industry. And it was great seeing a number of our members featured as well. I know Ken Semler and Vaughn Buckley, who we've mentioned a couple times already today, were predominantly featured in that article. And again, really a great deep dive from Forbes. What you often see in these magazine or newspaper pieces are kind of a drive-by, a cursory overview. They again interviewed the right people, connected with the right studies, and gave a great snapshot of where the modular construction industry is right now. I personally didn't love the headline that they used, but beyond that, I thought it was really well written.
Yeah, that's awesome. And you know what? Let's find a link and put that link up for everybody to read too.
Yeah, we shared that in our newsletters, on our social media sites. It was great to see.
Yeah, for sure. Listen, we're in Forbes now, right?
Forbes,
Wall Street Journal recently, not too long ago, I think it was, in Forbes. So I think the more and more we do, the better off we're going to be. All right, so let's go through some comments that we have. Tom Reddy, Synergy Steel. Great start to the week, guys, but maybe no singing. Oh, I made a comment when you were logging out that I could sing and dance. Hey, Tom, listen, you haven't heard me sing. That's unfair. I'm a good singer. All right. Tom Hardiman, he had to comment on your Marshall grads. Love it.
Got some plugs in.
Yeah, thumbs up from Rick Hawkins, Thundering the Herd. There's a T-shirt right there.
There you go.
So Tom Reddy, Synergy Steel said, we'd love to get involved. Please let us know how we can help. So
exactly. Yeah. And Dave, to that point, we certainly do represent individuals that are using prefabricated steel components as well. I don't want to give the impression we're just a wood-based association. Again, anything offsite, wood, concrete, steel. In fact, we just had an individual, an NHP member, join our organization who's using steel frame panels in the Dallas-Fort Worth area of Texas. So, yeah, again, anything offsite that's built to the International Residential Code, it falls under our purview at NEHB.
Love it. Love it. Perfect. So Tom Reddy's a pretty smart guy. He'll figure out how to get a hold of you. If he doesn't, I know him. He'll get a hold of me. Jennifer, Housing Innovation Alliance. So here's the offsite construction heat map is live. So we just want people to look at that. That's a big deal for us in general. All right, my friend from over in Vietnam, Alistair Sawyer, we are coming. Our first project will be in October in Florida, tlcmodular.com.
Nice. We'll have to check that out. Now, so yeah, you're already gonna be in Florida this October. Feel free to, and please come back in February for the International Builder Show. We'd love to see you in the Building Systems Council's lounge, and I think it'd be a very valuable experience for you.
Yeah, let us know where that project is in Florida.
Yeah, absolutely.
I've been trying to get Alistair on, because it'd be really interesting to see what they're doing that far away and bringing it here. Maybe they're even building it here. I've been trying to get him on the show. Where's my answer?
Yeah. What else we got, Dave?
We are always open to fresh ideas, growing offsite construction. Tom, ready? All right. Here we go. Dan Mitchell from Jennifer, Tom Conrad, Ken Semler, all terrific supporters of the BSE and great resources of information. And I saw above as well, Vaughn Buckley as well, several others are huge supporters. And then, of course, everybody in the comment section, Jen did put the link to the Forbes article as well.
Perfect.
So, all right, everybody. If you got any more questions or you want to know something, or, we want to go back and forth on why offsite construction is the better way to build, let's have it. Right now is a good time to jump in, and we'll go from there. George Ryman's looking forward to 2021 IBS.
Perfect. We look forward to seeing George in Florida. And Dave, just a quick comment for me, kind of a closing thought, if you will. What I'll say, I don't have all the answers regarding offsite construction. I try to be very humble about that. What I will say is our members, and we are a member-driven organization, have those answers. So if you're looking for help regarding our offsite construction and resources, please reach out to me. If I don't have your answer, I'm more than happy to connect you with one of the members of the Building Systems Council. And if they don't have your answer, I can also plug into our various like-minded associations, whether that be a Tom Hartman at the Modular Building Institute, or on the SBCA, SIPA, on the concrete side, the National Ready Mix Concrete Association, and Mike Weber's a huge resource. So again, please kind of use us as a clearinghouse. My email is dperry, Perry, at nahb.org. That's the quickest way to get a hold of me in the current situation. Again, we're more than happy to help out.
Yeah, I love it. Imagine that. You're willing to help out.
Yeah.
People looking to get in this industry. It's funny. That's the whole idea here, right? We're not competitors. No. I love it. I mean, you just touted off Tom Hardiman, Jack, who I love. I mean, that guy has more energy than anybody I've ever met in my life. I met Jack for the first time in Pittsburgh at the summit.
Yeah.
Jack's
fantastic.
I love it. All right, everybody. We had one more comment. Alistair Sawyer said, love to catch up. We'll get on the show soon, Dave. Your podcast is great. Well, thank you very much. Listen, everybody, we really appreciate everybody tuning in. We're having a great time bringing all this information to everybody. Devin, you're an outstanding advocate, not only for the Building Systems Council, but for us as an industry in general. And I think, I can't say it enough. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. And thank you for coming on, hat or no hat. I think we might have a policy moving forward that nobody can come on the show if they have more hair than me, but then I probably wouldn't have a very good show.
Oh, boy. Well, if you had me on, I can be sponsored in the future. Now I'll come on like a NASCAR driver.
Load it up.
Yeah.
There you have it. So if you want to sponsor Devin Perry, please send him a jacket with your stuff on it. So
absolutely. Yeah.
All right, everybody. I'm Dave Cooper, Devin Perry, Executive Director of Business Improvements. I got to get that right. I'm Dave Cooper, davecooper.live. Please like and share. Please tune in. We will see you tomorrow at 1:00 with Building Modular with Jennifer Cooper. Do not miss. Oh, and Wednesday, we got ModuCore on at 11 a.m. We got to talk about ModuCore. And then I'm just going to run through them all. Thursday, we have our Building Influence. Miles Biggs.
Absolutely.
Right? Increasing influence. And Friday, BS Friday. Devin, you know what BS Friday stands for?
Building Systems, I hope.
Hey, that's one we didn't think of. How foolish of me. Building Science Friday.
Building Science, okay.
Building Science Friday. So there you have it, everybody. Thanks again. I'm rambling on. Devin Perry, I really do appreciate it. Thanks so much for coming on. We'll see everybody next time. Give him the big point, Devin.
There you go. Thank you, Dave. Really